Hey, I just bought Apple stock and look, it went up, and people say, hey, I want to verify that. Is he telling the truth?
Because everyone's obviously post-move, it's hindsight traders, there's plenty of them.
Exactly. Anybody can say anything in a chat room, right? So at the moment we did that, we built a separate website called the Open Book, which was for tracking people's trades, and then you could see exactly what they're trading and their portfolio and their stats and everything like that. And then obviously the next step in the evolution is, hey, that guy's doing really well, I want to copy him.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.
This interview is proudly sponsored by zipmex.com.au. Get across the website and check it out. Today we are speaking with Matty Greenspan, who's a senior analyst, I believe, at eToro. Matt, it's a pleasure to speak with you.
Pleasure's mine. How's it going?
Mate, great. These events are always pretty full on. How have you found it so far here in Malta?
It's a zoo, man.
I cannot argue with that. Lots of people everywhere doing all sorts of things. I want to talk to you about eToro, what you guys are doing. We've seen a big push from eToro into Australia. Yeah. Of course, you've been around for a long time, right?
This
is not a new business.
That's right.
What's the drive into Australia?
Australia is a beautiful market, lots of amazing people, and I think I've always held high opinion of Australians for sure. But it's a great market, a lot of good people, and people who like to trade, and that's what we're all about, opening up the financial markets for everybody to be able to trade in.
Excellent. So what took you so bloody long then?
Well, you know, I don't know. We've always been interested in the Australian market, no doubt.
Yep.
I suppose that regulatory and budgetary concerns, but we're here and very happy to be.
Mate, it's a pleasure to have you here, and we're looking forward to seeing what you put into the space. So, tell me a bit about the products that you're trading. I mean, I know that you've recently brought digital assets into the space as well. Mm-hmm. So what have you got from a crypto standpoint? I know you've got equities, I think you've got bonds, commodities, stocks, all that sort of stuff, the full suite of package for trading, and a lot of great margin products, which of course we as traders love, right?
Yes.
But what are you doing in the blockchain or the crypto asset space?
So eToro is a social trading network.
Yep.
And there's over 2,000 different assets that you can trade on, and that's anything from currencies, commodities, ETFs and indexes, stocks, and of course crypto. So that's the main idea, is that just to allow everybody to have that freedom. And as you'll notice, it's a very user-friendly platform, so as soon as you download the app or go to eToro.com, you'll be able to just see how easy it is to open an account and open a trade and to see and copy other people, and that's really, for us, that's the foundation.
Well, that's the interesting thing about eToro, is that you can, I mean, I'm not sure if the inventors, you quite possibly could be, of that social trading aspect. How does it work? Tell us about how that social trading, following, copying, how that system works. Is there a ranking? Is there a competition? Like, how does a whole follow me work?
Yeah, so the best way to do it is just to experience it, right? You can,
of course.
Try it out. What I'll say is that the way to think about it is like kind of Facebook for finance, right? Where everybody who opens an account, automatically they upload their picture, you can see their portfolio, what are they holding, obviously in percentage terms, you don't see the amount of money, but you can see what are they trading on, when they open a position, when they close the position, and their stats, right? You can see their stats and their risk score. Everybody's got a risk score from 1 to 10, you can see how risky they are, and then you can see their stats, how consistent they are. And then basically, if you like a trader, you can just allocate money to them, say $1,000, $10,000, whatever you like, and then that money will automatically mirror whatever they're doing in their portfolio.
How does that work from the trader's perspective? I mean, obviously they're putting themselves out there. I mean, I'm sure that they've got a lot of pseudonyms and profiles and whatnot that is not showing who they actually are. But how does it work for the trader? What's their benefit?
So first of all, if anybody wants to amass a large following in eToro, they do need to show their real name.
Oh, okay, good. That's really good to hear.
And they do need to have a significant amount of capital from their own money in order to rise up among the ranks. So the system is called Popular Investor Program.
Okay.
Where anybody who wants to amass a following is going through tiers. So you start out at the lower tier, you can have up to a certain amount of assets under management, and then once we see that they're performing okay and that they're adhering to the community standard, then they can rise up the ranks. And then the top tier is the elite traders, at that point they're already making a percentage of the total assets under management. So 2% on an annualized basis, they can make directly as a reward for being.
And how does it work for eToro? I mean, you're just basically making money off the transactions of the trades, like a normal broker?
Yep, we're a broker. We have the spread fees. There's no fees for opening an account or anything like that. It's just when you make a trade, you're paying a spread commission on that trade. Yep. And when you're copy trading, it's the same thing. There's no additional fees for copying anybody. It's just the spreads.
I mean, the spreads, does that go across for Bitcoin as well as it does for stocks? Because I know if I trade US equities on other platforms, I'm paying a fee in and I'm paying a fee out, and that can become quite expensive when it comes to scaling out to manage your risk in your position, because you've got to have 2 or 3 different positions with 2 or 3 different sets of commission times 2 for each of your entry and exits. How does that work? Is it just a fixed spread, or is there fees on trading certain markets, like the US equity market, for example?
Yeah, well, it's going to be different depending on what you're trading, obviously. We're trying to make it as transparent as possible. We also introduced in some regions free stocks with zero commissions. And we've seen, just after we did that, Charles Schwab did the same thing.
Right.
So we're setting a trend in the market here. But you can always go to the fees page and see exactly what it is. And then as far as if there's any kind of rollover or something like that, you'll be able to see it very clearly on the position itself. Or even the dividends, or if you're getting money for holding a position, you'll see it right there on the position. It's always transparent.
Yeah, okay. And look, when it comes back to talking about Australia and what the business is doing there, I know eToro, it's a global business now. I mean, it's huge. But how many staff have you guys got around the world at the moment?
I'm not entirely sure. I know that our Australian office is relatively new.
Yeah.
One of our power players, Maor Samama, he's been in eToro for years already, and a very good friend of mine. And we send him over there. And of course, the managing director, Robert, is an amazing guy. So I'm very confident that they'll be able to introduce and scale the region in a proper way to help more and more people trade.
How long have you been in Australia for? I mean, I've seen the ads coming up, right? Some amazing ads, by the way. Well done. But how long have you been there?
Hats off to our marketing team. They know what they're doing.
Absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
But how long have you been in Australia, and how's it going traction-wise? I mean, a new player in the scene, obviously a lot of power, a very strong brand, and eToro is a new concept to what we have currently in Australia. It doesn't kind of exist in that sense where the following of people in that sense.
Right.
So it's quite new, the copy trading side.
Yeah.
Well, I've known it's been around for a long time, but not in Australia.
Copy trading itself is relatively new.
Yeah.
It's something that was born inside of eToro, just as a way of us listening to user feedback. So the first implementation of copy trading was actually a chat room.
Ah, all right.
Our customers came to us and said, hey, I want to talk to other traders.
Yep.
And that was like 2010, 2011. Chat rooms were popular back then.
Yep.
And we just put one right inside the platform, and we saw people interacting with each other. The next level was, obviously you have people saying, hey, I just bought Apple stock, and look, it went up. And people say, hey, I want to verify that. Is he telling the truth?
Because everyone's obviously post-move, it's hindsight traders, there's plenty of them.
Exactly. Anybody can say anything in a chat room, right? So at the moment we did that, we built a separate website called the Open Book, which was for tracking people's trades, and then you could see exactly what they're trading and their portfolio and their stats and everything like that. And then obviously the next step in the evolution is, hey, that guy's doing really well, I want to copy him, right? Yep. So this copy trading is not something that was born in a boardroom.
Yeah.
It's an evolution,
organic growth
of social media, which is all around us, and something that is step by step. And then obviously 2014, we put it together. We took the Open Book and the platform, and we put it all into one. Mobile trading was getting really popular then. And we said, okay, single experience. So if you go to eToro.com, or if you download the app on Android or Apple, you'll get that same look and feel, and you can log into the same account in multiple devices, and that's just makes it easier.
It's handy to monitor your positions and move your stops. That's the only reason I would do it for my own trading.
Yeah.
Just simply because you got your phone with you all the time.
That's right.
And it's dangerous. It's dangerous, man. You're giving people the opportunity. But I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, how's the uptake going in Australia so far?
There is a danger of over trading, no doubt. For me, I'm going to be by the computer when I'm doing my main analysis.
You got your spot, right? Yeah.
I'm always going to be checking the markets with my phone to see what the prices are doing and see what's moving, what's not. And I think that for the everyday person, if you're in danger of overtrading, the best way to take care of it, the best way to deal with that, is diversification. right? If you've got hundreds of different positions, it's okay if you tweak
Yeah.
one or two of them every day. That's fine, right? The problem with overtrading is if you're all in on one thing, then you're paying huge commissions.
And you're scared, you're nervous, you're emotional.
Yeah, exactly. But if you've got hundreds of different trades, it's okay. You can take your time, say, okay, I like that position, let me add to it, or I don't like that one, let me subtract from it, and then you're not in that position of overtrading.
And look, what can we expect to see as the rollout for eToro in Australia? I mean, obviously you want to get the market, you want to capture that market. How are you doing it? I know you're on the marketing team, but I mean, there must be a pretty big plan in place because we do have an active trading market. What are your thoughts around how you're going to get people in?
Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to comment on that specifically.
We tried.
No spoilers, okay?
We tried.
But I know that there are the correct people. I know them personally. They're very sharp and just good people. So I have no doubt that they'll be able to tackle this challenge and to bring it forward.
Yeah, no doubt. So you're at Multi-Blockchain Week or AI and Blockchain Week, as am I, hence the interview. You worked that one out, ladies and gentlemen. So why are you here? I know eToro does have the crypto asset space on its platform.
Yeah.
What's your purpose being here, man?
I was invited. They said, hey, come to Malta, we'll put you on the stage, and I said, okay, no problem. And so they give me a half an hour fireside chat, that's at 4:30, and they put me on another panel, which is talking specifically about the integration of crypto into traditional finance, which is a field which I find extremely fascinating. But other than that, as soon as I confirmed this, I mean, people on LinkedIn, like,
bang, 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 bang,
yeah,
bang, bang.
hey, and it's back to back today, like I said, a zoo.
Yep, it is a zoo, Matty. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Where can people find out more in Australia and all over the world about eToro? What should they be doing? Let them know.
Yeah, just go to eToro.com if you're on the computer, or download the app. I'm always available if you have any questions on Twitter or LinkedIn, so just hit me up.
Matty Greenspan on Twitter.
Matty Greenspan.
Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with the man himself. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Have a great day.
Enjoy the show, and we'll get back to you very soon. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.